What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about fixed vertical pin bow sights. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions since I put out my review video on the brand new PRÜF series that was released by Dialed Archery. A lot of people are asking me what my pin gap is. There seems to be some concerns with running fixed vertical pin bow sights when it comes to whitetail hunting specifically. Now, in my experience over the years, when it comes to running fixed vertical pin bow sights, if you sight your top pin in at 20, for whatever reason, your middle pin or bottom pin, depending on if you're running a 2-pin or a 3-pin sight, seems to fall right around that 35-yard mark. Now, when hunting whitetails, if you're running a fixed 3-pin vertical post, like the PRÜF series or the Arxos or the UV triple stack, that bottom pin, for me at least, is really never going to come into play in a whitetail hunting situation because that pin is going to be all the way out to about 50 yards. I'm not taking a 50-yard shot on a whitetail. Really, for me, the maximum distance that I am comfortable shooting a whitetail is about 40 yards. And the way that I set my sights up, ideally, it's within that 35-yard mark, and we'll kind of go over why that is. So when it comes to the Dialed Pruf series bow sight, currently right now my top pin is sighted in at 20, and my middle pin just happens to fall on 35 yards. Now there seems to be some concerns with that, so I want to walk you guys through how I set up even my black gold dual track and how I hunt with a pin configuration like that. Now my black gold dual track, as I mentioned, it does give you the ability to adjust your pin gap. Most people would probably run that sight at 20 and 30. I personally choose to run that sight at 20 and 35. And the reason is because I can use my top pin from 20 all the way out to 30 without having to make any type of adjustments. I also do not change my point of aim. I just hold true as if I was going to shoot at 20 yards. And I'm basically planning on or anticipating that that deer is going to react to the sound of the bow and it will drop into the shot. So I'm going to overlay some footage on what my arrow drop is going to look like at 4 different yardages, and this is exactly how I hunt with this sight. So the first shot that I took was at 20 yards. Obviously, there's no change in the point of impact. The next shot that I took was at 25 yards, and you can see that that arrow does hit a little bit lower. And then the third shot I took at 27 yards, and even then it's still a little bit lower when compared to the initial starting point at 20 yards. Now, all 3 of those shots are still within the kill zone, and really at 27 yards, I mean, you can definitely anticipate that a deer is going to react to the sound of the bow. It will most likely drop. Hopefully that deer drops right into that arrow, even though it is coming a little bit lower on the brisket line. Now, the most significant drop that you're going to see is at that 30-yard mark, and this is all going to be based on your bow speed, your arrow weight, and also your draw length. But for me, as you can see, that 30-yard shot basically hits the brisket line of that target, and this stands true even if I shoot at my 3D target. I just choose to shoot at the bag target because when they do hit the brisket, it is a lot harder to pull those arrows out. So again, I use the bag target, but again, yeah, 30 yards, I'm anticipating that that deer is going to drop a significant amount. I actually have a video that I'll loop in where I shot a deer at 30 yards and he basically completely ducked my arrow. So again, I run that knowing that I'm going to hit low, but I'm anticipating that even if that deer were to drop about a foot, I'm still going to shoot right through and get a double lung shot. Now, obviously, if there's a deer that comes in and he's at 40 yards and you're comfortable taking that shot, you're either going to have to compensate by holding high, or you're going to have to actually adjust your sight. But what I would recommend is if you do adjust your sight, probably cut a yard off of it, again, anticipating that that animal is going to drop. So that's how I run my fixed vertical pin bow sights. That's how I prefer to run them. Like I said, I set my black gold dual track up like that. And I also, that is exactly how I'll run the PRÜF series. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions. Hopefully it answers some of your guys' concerns. I'm a big fan of fixed pin vertical bow sights because I do feel like it cleans up some of the clutter when compared to a horizontal pin sight. I also feel like you just have a better overall sight sight picture. And I also feel like another huge benefit is that post, you can basically use that as a point of reference. I just aim right up the leg of the deer, the front leg, and just a little bit back, and that is where my point of aim is. And I know that as long as I hit that mark, then it's going to be a fatal shot on that deer, and my chance of recovering it is obviously super, super high. So if you guys have any other questions, you can always leave me a comment below. You can always reach out to me directly on Instagram. I will be doing another follow-up video when I completely sight in the Proof series. I'll walk you guys through how to do that, how to adjust your tapes, how to adjust your pin indicators. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your guys' support greatly helps us out, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.